Everyone, from me, Brent Graham, welcome to the Stage 11 betting preview of the Tour de France. Just a reminder that World Sports Betting have got a refund on a second place, a stage finish going, so go take a look at their website and check out that special. Could have come in useful for me, I can tell you, in Stage 10. What an absolute belter of a stage it was. Magnus Cort Nielsen, he came back from nowhere to put my 50-1 shot, Nicholas Schultz, on the line. Absolute agony waiting for that result. I'd recorded the stage. I purposely stayed off all forms of social media and WhatsApp. I did not want to know the result. I watched the last 30 kilometers. I mean, one of those stages for me. I had five. I took six riders, including that optimistic or careless, should have perhaps 300-1 Chris Froome. But my other five riders, ranging from 40-1 to 100-1, were all in the break. Going into the last kilometer, I had 100-1 and a 50-1 shot in Jorgensen there with Luis Leon Sanchez. I was convinced I was going to hit another big price winner here, but it wasn't to be. Schultz getting pipped, Sanchez coming third. And yeah, I got my man Benjamin Thomae there. I had him at 40-1, but he was actually the guy who pulled everyone back to the front three and probably cost me my win there. So thanks very much for that, sir. But what a great stage. There was no GC action on the stage, but it was certainly great to watch these guys battle it out. Cyclists lying all over the place at the end. It was a long and gradual climb, difficult to shrug guys off and break away, and that's why we ended up with a thrilling bunch or relatively small bunch finish. Anyways, let's have a quick look at the at some of the general classification rankings. With Pogacar, he's still 39 seconds clear of Vingegaard, but look who's moved up into second. Kamna there, unfortunately just missing out on yellow today. He faded a little bit over the final couple of kilometers of the climb. Unfortunately, I don't think he gets another crack at it. That was his chance to get the yellow jersey. And I got the feeling, I don't know, I haven't had a chance to read about the stage and that, but I got the feeling at one stage when I looked over and Wout van Aert was at the front with a couple of kilometers to go. I wonder if Jumbo-Visma didn't pull a little bit just to make sure that Pogacar stayed in yellow and keep the pressure on the team. They have, of course, lost George Bennett due to COVID, and I believe Rafael Michael also tested positive, but his viral load or something was too low. I won't give you my opinions on that. They must have stopped testing these guys. Jungels tested positive and managed to win a stage. If a guy's sick, by all means, take him out, but stop testing healthy people. Anyways, let's go on just to have a look at the rankings of the King of the Mountains quickly. There we've got Simon Geschke. He's 19 points ahead of Bob Jungels, but that is all going to change a lot over the coming days. Thibaut Pinot at the moment is still very much in that race. Wout van Aert is winning the green jersey fairly comfortably at this stage. Let's have a look at the latest rankings, the latest betting. In the outright betting, we got Pogacar there, 4-9. I've seen 11-20 there at World Sports Betting on him to win. Vingegaard 5-2. Roglic and Thomas both at 22-1. For the first time today, I wasn't really basing it on anything I saw of Pogacar today, but I actually think that if I'm a bookie, I'm looking to lay Pogacar now, and I think maybe that's what World Sports Betting are looking to do at 11-20 there. It's going to take a lot for him to win this tour. Yes, he's the most gifted cyclist, and he could just come out tomorrow and blast everyone away and put this tour to rest. But he's up against a very strong Jumbo-Visma side. His team are starting to look weak. And don't discount the Ineos riders like Geraint Thomas, who are going to be able to start, attacking him and perhaps fly. They're going to put his team under all sorts of pressure. It's certainly not a done deal. Wout van Aert 1-16. Difficult to see him getting beat unless he does have bad luck. And then the Mountains jersey 11-4, Pinot 3-1, Pogacar, and Geschke 15-2. I can't see Geschke holding on to the Mountains jersey there. Team classification, Ineos are now 9 minutes ahead of Jumbo-Visma. They have shortened into 5-2, 5-10, or 1-2. Hard to see them being beat, although this Jumbo-Visma is certainly a very, very strong team. And 11-4, they may have some sort of a chance. Right, let's move on to stage 11, though. What an absolute cracker of a stage this is. We've got a flat start. We've got the sprint finish there coming after 16. I'll just move it up there. You can see the coming after 16 kilometers. And then, we got a Cat 2 climb, but it's 3.4 kilometers at 8.2%. Very different from the sort of rolling climbs that we had today. That's pretty steep. So it's going to be interesting to see when the break goes. I mean, the difference between this break and the break on stage 10 is that there are not many guys who can win the stage, in all honesty. It's not like stage 10 where you had a sprinter like Magnus Cort, who's essentially a sprinter. I mean, he is a strong guy as well, but he essentially won up a 19-kilometer climb because it was only a 4% gradient. That is not the case. This final climb, the Col de Granon, it's an absolute beast. It hasn't been ridden, I believe, in something like 36 years in the Tour de France, or certainly it hasn't finished there. 11.3 kilometers at 9.2%. We'll have a look at that profile in just a second as well. But let's get back to the start. What's going to happen here? We're going to get a breakaway going early, or is this break going to take some time to form? If the break takes a while to form, then I think there's a good chance it all comes back down together, because you've got to fancy that on the Col de Galabert that the pressure will start being exerted by Jumbo-Visma on the UAE team of Pogacar. So if that's the case, they'll probably bring the break back automatically on that final climb. If the break goes early, they may be able to build a big enough lead to hold it off. But really, there's no time to waste. These are the sort of stages where you've got to try and put Pogacar under pressure. The only problem is it can backfire quite heavily because he's just such a talented cyclist. One thing for sure, we should be in for an absolutely great stage tomorrow. You don't want to miss certainly the last 80 kilometers or so. It should really be some great racing. And that final climb, well, as I say, an absolute brute. What is going to happen, though? I have a feeling that I don't really have a strong feeling on this. I must be honest. I suspect the break might stick, but I could also well see the GC guys going out. So what I'm doing here, I'm really just betting, I suppose, for a bit of value. I hit a 50-1 winner on Sunday. I almost hit a 50-1 winner on Tuesday. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. But let's have a look at my bets. I'm going half a unit on Ciccone at 50-1 and also Louis Meintjes at 50-1. Both of these men potentially could make the break. Ciccone, he hasn't been feeling well, but all signs are that he's starting to recover. And he is amongst the sort of guys who will be given the freedom to get into the break. He certainly must be one of the better climbers. Louis Meintjes is looking good. Weather will be hot tomorrow. It suits a man from South Africa. And although the difficult thing with Meintjes, he's not an attacking rider. So just hoping that he can sort of grind his way up this final climb. And who knows, perhaps he will actually, get the opportunity to attack if he is in the lead group as well. And the favourites are looking at each other. So I think he's got an option perhaps from the lead group or potentially from the break, but hoping, of course, that he gets into the break. And then I've got another bet I'm putting down here, excuse me, at Sunbet. 2 units, the winning margin greater than 10 seconds at 5-4. I just think this final climb's so tough. I think it's going to sort out the strong from the weak, and we're going to get a solo rider going away to win by 10 seconds or more. I'll be very interested in how Roglic goes tomorrow. If Roglic can put in a good ride, perhaps even 18-1, I think he is potentially a candidate for the stage. But if he can put in a good ride tomorrow, it'll tell us that he has now recovered from his injuries. And then Jumbo-Visma are going to have some very strong cards to play indeed. It should be a great stage. Enjoy it. Let's hope we can find a winner somewhere in there. I'll probably just be happy to get the 2 units winning margin at 10 seconds or more. Look out on the Good for the Game forum. I'll put a link below as well. I'll probably get involved in the match bets. I've got a feeling that we could see Vingegaard beating Pogacar tomorrow, and he's 15-10 to do that in a match bet. Enjoy the stage, everyone. We'll see you Wednesday night or early Thursday morning for stage 12, which should be another belter.